Have you ever noticed how some people, after just a few minutes of talking, leave you feeling tired, emotionally drained, as if your energy has been quietly siphoned away? You might not even understand why. Maybe you thought it was just a bad day, or your own mood. But what if it's not about you at all? What if there's a deeper psychological reason, rooted in how human minds connect and clash? Carl Gustav Jung, the pioneering Swiss psychologist, uncovered profound truths about our inner worlds, truths that explain why certain people seem to pull energy from others like emotional magnets. Today, we'll explore Jung's ideas to understand this invisible drain, and more importantly, how you can protect your own vital energy in a world full of complex human dynamics. Because once you know what's really going on beneath the surface, everything changes. Carl Jung believed the human mind was like an iceberg, only a small part of it visible above the water, while a vast, mysterious bulk lies hidden beneath the surface. The part we're aware of, our conscious mind, is just the tip. Beneath it lies the unconscious, a deep reservoir filled with forgotten memories, suppressed feelings, and parts of ourselves we refuse to acknowledge. One of Jung's most important discoveries was the concept of the shadow, the unconscious side of our personality. The shadow contains everything we deny or reject about ourselves: fears, jealousies, anger, selfish desires, or qualities we consider bad or unacceptable. Everyone has a shadow. But here's the key. Most people don't know their shadow. It stays hidden, influencing their thoughts and behaviors without their awareness. This unconscious shadow is powerful. It shapes how we see the world and how we interact with others. When people don't face their shadow, it can cause emotional imbalances. And here is where the energy drain begins. Now imagine carrying all these rejected parts of yourself, your shadow, but never truly looking at them. Instead of accepting these uncomfortable feelings or traits, people often push them away deep inside. Carl Jung explained that when these shadow aspects remain unacknowledged, the psyche finds a way to express them through projection. Projection is a psychological process where a person unconsciously transfers their own unwanted feelings, impulses, or traits onto someone else. For instance, if someone is hiding feelings of jealousy or insecurity, they might suddenly accuse others of being jealous or insecure, even without clear evidence. Or a person who refuses to admit their own anger might insist that everyone else is hostile or aggressive. This isn't about blame or malice. It's a defense mechanism, an unconscious shield protecting the ego from confronting painful self-truths. But here's the catch. When a person projects their shadow onto you, you become the unwilling container for their buried emotions. You feel their unresolved fears, their insecurities, and their darkness as if it were your own. That weight you feel after being around certain people, that heavy, draining sensation, often comes from carrying the emotional baggage they refuse to face. In essence, some people drain your energy because they are unconscious of their inner turmoil, and their psyche offloads it onto you, expecting you to absorb and hold it for them. Although Carl Jung never used the phrase emotional vampire, his concept of the unintegrated self helps explain why some people constantly drain the energy of those around them. An unintegrated self is someone who has not faced their shadow. Their hidden fears, pains, and uncomfortable emotions remain buried deep inside. Without awareness, these parts don't disappear. Instead, they influence behaviors in unconscious ways, leading to patterns of emotional dependency, manipulation, or constant need for validation. Such people might frequently complain or focus on their problems without seeking solutions, stir up drama or conflict to feel alive or important, use guilt, blame, or emotional manipulation to get attention. These behaviors are not always intentional acts of cruelty. Often they're unconscious cries for help, attempts to fill a deep inner emptiness. But the problem is this: Their fragmented psyche leaks emotional energy everywhere, and those around them become unwilling reservoirs for their turmoil. If you spend time with someone like this, you might notice feeling wiped out, anxious, or overwhelmed long after the interaction ends. This is the emotional toll of carrying someone else's unresolved inner conflicts. Some people are naturally more sensitive to others' emotions, often called empaths. Jung's concept of individuation, the process of becoming a whole, offers a powerful lens to understand this sensitivity. Individuation means facing your unconscious, embracing your shadow, and uniting all parts of your psyche into a balanced whole. It's a lifelong journey towards self-awareness and inner harmony. As you become more conscious of yourself, you also start to feel the unresolved emotional energies of those around you more deeply. This can be a double-edged sword. On one hand, it means you're growing spiritually and psychologically. On the other, it makes you vulnerable to absorbing others' unconscious projections and shadows. Without boundaries or awareness, an empath can easily become overwhelmed, mistaking other people's emotions for their own, leading to emotional exhaustion. Jung's wisdom here is simple but profound. Learn to observe emotions, both your own and others, with clarity. Develop the skill to recognize what feelings truly belong to you and what belongs to someone else's shadow. By doing so, you protect your energy and deepen your individuation, moving closer to the free, balanced self Jung described. Before we continue, please take a moment to like this video. Your support helps more people discover these ideas. And if you're enjoying this journey into the mysteries of the mind, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Now, back to the video. So, how can you protect your energy from being drained by others without shutting down your empathy or becoming distant? Carl Jung believed the answer lies in integration, the courageous work of facing your own shadow, understanding your unconscious patterns, and making peace with all parts of yourself. When you've done your inner work, you stop reacting unconsciously to others' projections. You develop psychological immunity, a kind of inner armor forged through self-knowledge. Here are some Jung-inspired steps to protect your energy. 1. Recognize your shadow. Begin by noticing your own triggers, emotions, and recurring patterns. What parts of yourself do you avoid? What feelings do you push away? Facing these honestly reduces your vulnerability to projection. 2. Set healthy boundaries. Understand that it's okay to say no, to limit contact with draining people, or to emotionally detach when necessary. Boundaries are not walls. They are healthy borders that protect your inner space. 3. Practice mindful observation. When you feel overwhelmed by someone's emotions, pause. Ask yourself, is this feeling mine, or is it theirs? This moment of awareness helps you separate yourself from their unconscious baggage. 4. Engage in self-care and reflection. Spend time in nature. Journal your feelings. Meditate. Nurture your soul regularly. The more balanced and centered you are, the less impact others' shadows will have on you. Remember Jung's powerful words. Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate. When you illuminate your inner darkness, you reclaim your energy, your freedom, and your power. Thank you for watching. Remember, recognizing these patterns is empowering. It allows you to protect your energy and nurture your own growth. If this video resonated with you, please give it a like and share it with someone who might need this wisdom today. And don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss future videos that explore psychology, philosophy, and how to live a fuller, freer life. Feel free to leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your experiences. See you in the next video.